your rights.
All right, I we get the gist of it. Rich, thanks for your call. Neely Fuller Jr., you're on response to what are you saying? He says racism doesn't exist. I know you deal with words, so I know you'll be able to respond to what he just said.
Yes, what I'm saying, what the gentleman said could be correct. If we call ourselves Moors and stop using the term racism, maybe all our problems are solved. I don't know, but I just doubt it. I simply doubt it because the white supremacists decided that they were going to call me by these names, and not only that, have the muscle, because it comes down to who's going to have the muscle after the names change. Who will have the muscle? Maybe if I call myself in the morning a Moor and say that I'm no longer dealing with racism, I'm dealing with individuals that's doing their thing, and if I declare that by some magical wand, maybe everything will fall in my lap. I don't know. I just say I doubt that, because the record shows that a lot of black people call themselves by all kinds of names. They're tribal names and whatnot. But the white supremacists looked at them and said, I don't care what you call yourself. You say you're Kunta Kinte, and that's your name, I say you're Toby, and you're going to get stomped on. Why? Because I just am going to stomp on you because I'm a white man, and I stomp on people that look like you. Not on anything about your background or where you came from or what you know or what your skill is. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. And I don't like the way you look, and I'm going to stomp on you, and you don't know what to do about it. And I don't care what you call yourself, you're going to answer to what I call you. And that's been proven all over the world. That's all I can say about that. That's been proven all over the world. I'm not talking about things that are waiting to be proven. I'm talking about white supremacy has been proven all over the world as the most powerful political and religious force that the world has ever seen, right up to this minute. Otherwise, why are we having this conversation? And they are not.
And how do you explain that the words that we use to describe each other? He's talking about, both of you were talking about what the other folks call us.
We have words like Zulu. We have words like Ghanaian and Guamanian, and we have words like Nigerian. We have words like Congolese. We are loaded with names. But the white supremacist says, I got a name for you. When I look at you, I know exactly what you are, because I made you what you are. And you are somebody who's going to come under my thumb. I don't care what you call yourself. You can dress up and put turbans on your head, or you can put slippers on your feet, or you can have, you can grow dreadlocks and all like that. But, boy, you are going to do what I say. Now, how about that? I don't care what you call yourself. And you know what? Everywhere I've ever been, I've seen that happen. I've seen black people who look all different kinds of ways. But when the white supremacists come around, they say one size fits all. I've seen them not make exceptions to anyone. Here's one fella standing over here with a suit and a tie, and another fella sitting over here with a turban on and kente cloth like you wouldn't believe. I'm talking about beautiful kente cloth. He treats them both the same. What do you do about that? We're going to have to do something other than this magic of just switching a few words around. We're going to have to switch a whole lot of words around.
Well, we got to take a break.
A whole lot of bodies around, too.
I want you to expound on what we do, because you mentioned right, and quite rightly so. Yes. It doesn't matter what we put on ourselves or what we call ourselves. We're all treated the same. What should be our response? And I'll let you expound on that on the other side of this break. Folks, you too can join this conversation with Neely Fuller Jr. It's real simple. It's 800-450-7876. We'll take your calls right after this quick break.
This podcast was recorded by BKRPodcast.com.
Circle now. The question I asked Dr. Neely Fuller before the break: how do we respond to this situation? These different, you got different people going in and back to the stores in New York, Barney's and Macy's, and one. I think one was an actor, so he probably figured he had a special privilege. He was an actor. He was supposed to be recognized, but they treated him just like they treat every other black person who stepped in that store, with disdain. So, Brother Neely Fuller Jr., how do we react?
React to what specifically now?
Specifically, because you said that it doesn't matter how we're dressed or what we have, the white supremacists are going to treat us all the same?
Because they believe in white supremacy. We have to come up with a counter system. They have an entire system that covers 9 areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. Now that covers just about everything that anybody is doing any moment on the planet. So black people, or people who are classified as non-white, because that's what they call us, and that's what they predicate all of their actions on. See, it's not what I think of myself. I might think that I'm somebody that just got here from the moon, and I might tell people that. But it's what the white supremacists have said. They say, well, look, you are non-white, and I'm white. And regardless of what you say about yourself and your history and how much you know about your history, I'm not caring about that. I'm caring about you doing what I tell you to do. And if you don't do it, I can hurt you and will hurt you. And you know I'll hurt you. And you know I have hurt you. And all of your ancestors that came before you, I hurt all of them. And they all had different names and different tribes and whatnot. Do you read my lips? Do you understand the world that you are in? Or are you on some imaginary trip? And I'll take you out of that imagination in about 2 seconds. I'll just tell you to get off this curb, and there ain't no way you can stop me. Because you don't know how to stop me. Because none of your people have ever stopped me. Ever. That's why I'm in charge now. Now, that's the voice of the white supremacists, and I've never seen any of them back down on that. Not any of them. I've seen many black people, non-white people, black, brown, red, and yellow, challenge them and got slapped to the pavement and then have to dig up the pavement to make their own graves. I mean, this is what I have seen. And I've never talked to anyone who's seen it anything different and told me that there's some place where it is different. I've never even talked to anyone like that. Oh, Fuller, well, they say, I've wished for someone to come to me and said, well, it's because you have been misinformed. And there are places where the white supremacists, people who believe in white supremacy, they bet not even think about touching. And the people who are there do what they please. And they are people that look just like you. And I will take you to this place. I've never had any black person do that. And I would like it if they did. I wouldn't resist it. I'm not just trying to make points just to make points. That's what I was looking for when I started writing. I couldn't find anybody, I couldn't even talk to anybody who had been to a place like that or even heard of a place like that. And when they talked to places like that, they talked about 2,000 years ago. Well, then, I asked a logical question. What happened? I mean, that's the logical question to ask. If these people were all that great, what happened? Why aren't they here now? Why are they extinct? And then usually I get an answer, well, they made some mistakes. You better believe they made some mistakes. That's why they don't exist anymore. Unless I've been misinformed. Now, I will say, I want somebody to step forward and tell me where these people are now. Where do they exist now, anywhere on this planet? I'm not able to go to another planet, but I'd like to even hear about someone that are on another planet. I mean, that at least that could be an incentive to learn something. But let's get back to the question. What do we do? They have a system. We have to have a counter-racist system. But I'm being told that if I take the position that there is no racism, then there would be no reason to have counter-racism. And I've staked everything that I've been saying on something, a belief that there is such a thing as racism. Now, it could be that I'm making an error.